G, Mountain Dew League, Xfinity, and ESEA.
Match day 22, we've got GODSENT versus NiP now to dig our teeth into. Myself, Machine, I'm joined by YNK and Sponge, and we do have to do this run rather quickly, just in the interest of time, and I can't speak. Now, Yanko, you said yourself that this is one you're personally looking forward to. GODSENT NiP, a bit of a vendetta. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, the good old Swedish matchup, right? There's always a lot of fun when it comes to that. Even if NiP is in shambles a little bit because they didn't qualify for the EU minor. But I think a big talking point here, something that we've neglected a little bit, is actually GODSENT's coach, which is Nasu. They finally found one through social media and all that action. And in his time with Penta, actually what we saw from Penta was a more, set piece type of an approach. Early on their T sides, they would run like a set execute and really try to brute force their way in, which is something that GODSENT was lacking, if anything, on their T sides and in their play in general. So I'm looking for signs of that now with a new coach.
So they had an interim coach, Messioso, and I actually had an opportunity to speak to him and asked him about, exactly how that hunt was going. You can see the bet weight odds there are giving NiP quite the edge. And basically, he said that these players are more than happy to frag, but they do need someone just to kind of come in and say, this, you're doing round X, you're doing round Y. They actually just need a bit of a dad who understands the game. And I think, Chad, that Nasu's filling that role.
Yeah, and I think Yanko set it up really nicely, the fact that he can take anything that he did with Penta to these guys, it's going to be an asset for them. Yeah. I just think the funny thing in this matchup is we're seeing in NiP, or at least last night, a team who wants to play more free based off of the big punch in the gut, that loss, not making it to the minor. And then we would normally attribute that to GODSENT, who now could potentially be playing more structured because of a new coach. So it's like reverse day, opposite day, opposite day.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at GODSENT's roster, it is just names that at one time or another we've sat there saying they could go off. Disco Doppler, Freddie B was a storyline that we saw established throughout the DreamHack Open circuit. They kind of blew open with the Epsilon roster. We saw those guys and what they were capable of alongside Draken and Rez, now finding themselves against each other. That's kind of fun. We've got basically ex-teammates now clashing on the server for a battle in the Pro League.
Yeah, like four out of the 5.
Yeah. Who are we missing?
Who's the...
we've given ourselves a tough question there. We don't know.
Barber was there for a while.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if he was there at the beginning.
It was a Barber era. Doppler, was it Twist? No, it wasn't. No, so it was Rez, Draken, Doppler, Freddie B, and someone else.
Yeah, cool. Tweeted us.
Tweeted us. If you are that player that we are forgetting, I'd like to sincerely apologise.
Was it?
Who the bloody hell? We've dug ourselves into a wonderful hole. There is a lot of names in this world, and it does seem like one from Epsilon is escaping us. Yanko is frantically trying to find the answer, so I'll let Chad talk a little bit more about how he feels this is going to go down. Overpass is our first map. GODSENT NiP, is there any team that leaps off the page as an Overpass specialist?
I guess
the answer.
I'd lean more towards NiP just based off of the way that they approach the game, and this map needs more of a strategic or at least a color by numbers, sense of, hey, we need to take this part, and then this is what we do, and then this is what we do, as opposed to let's all run around and hope we get headshots. Because there's so many options for rotations in this map. On the T side, you can do some really good fakes. You need set pieces to get into bomb sites. You can't just really brute force your way in. But I say that if you just wind back a little bit, Alex, you might remember that round from Twist on Overpass where he had that nice 1v4 situation against Astralis when they upset them on this map. So I'm going to lean towards NiP early.
Weird, because I'm leaning towards
Yanko.
Hi.
It was Barbar.
It was just always Barbar.
I mean, for the majority.
Because there was the Barbar era.
When they were at the EU minor, right? That's when
that was
he was
Barbar.
playing for them.
Okay, well, we've got confirmation there. And actually, Barbar is... it's in the UK CS scene at the moment, I think.
No, he's not even in that team anymore.
No, he's not?
Nah.
Well, that is all of our insight. We are filling you with knowledge, and I hope you feel enlightened, because it is time to enlighten you guys with our predictions. Sounds like the game is going down. Now, Overpass, Chad's kind of hinted he's thinking NiP. Just their style of play is more applicable to the map of Overpass. Yanko, do you want to commit with the team?
I think it's going to be NiP because GODSENT doesn't really play the map all that much now. Maybe they picked it up recently and now they surprise us all, but I think NiP just has more routine on Overpass.
I'm going to roll the dice with GODSENT, expecting to see some real structured play, which can attribute itself quite nicely to success on Overpass. With that said, we have attempted to give you some insight. Now these guys are going to guide you through the game. It's your commentary pair. It is Henry G and Sado to talk through Overpass.
And it was Rezex that was on Cringe Gods that became Epsilon.
Right there.
Barbar joined afterward. The game that went 78 rounds with Cringe Gods involved. Barbar was on the other side.
Whoa. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Rez and his ex. They broke up. That's why they're not together anymore. Rezex. Get it?
Yeah, I see what you did that.
That's how I remembered.
Well then, it's going to be NiP versus GODSENT, a Swedish derby. Could be a good game. GODSENT certainly getting better and better. Not world class just yet, not breaking into the top 10, but I still think like the changes they've made seem decent. I think Dennis is performing very well on this team. Hopefully they can give NiP a good game, who have been getting much better as well, but obviously had a bit of a stumble with...
Demas Pronax.
Not really.
Oh.
You know what? I think after the massive run they had with Fnatic, I think he did a fantastic job there from 2015 until the tail end of 2016. I thought he did great, but it was just time to go. And tried it with GODSENT as well. Didn't really seem to work out from there. His fragging capabilities just weren't high enough to keep this team afloat. And they gave it over. And we'll see whether this works out for them. It's going to be Twist and Dennis, Schneider, Disco Doppler, Freddy B up against the old guard of NiP.
The old guard and the new. The old gods and the new.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones thing.
I love that.
Exist, trying to do damage. He'll fall back. That's going to tag on a Dennis, but inside of the site, they'll slowly try to take territory away from the CTs, holding it. Draken and Exist still standing, though, and they'll find kills. Both of them, in fact. Rez gets a kill here to close the rounds. We get a team ace. Twist has already made that more likely by taking down Draken, because Rez is now one of 2 players left alive in a 1 versus 2.
It's not looking too good. Twist up against Rez and indeed Exist. No HP for Exist though, so with 1 minute on the clock, it's definitely not over just yet. We'll see whether they can maybe get this bomb down. You would assume the NiP boys stick together, do what they can. I would say stick by the heaven area, view the B bomb site, no real need to be separate, but Rez has actually pushed off towards short, so he'll be watching the connector and hoping that has no one behind him, and Twist heads towards the A side. Could go for the connector as well, just trying to find that pick, and we'll see what he can do here.
Twist inside of bathrooms. Exist inside of the corner. If he goes down, it could be problematic in that Rez is well over toward connector, but Exist will get the kill, forget the team ace, get the win, and NiP managed to do so. 1-0 for them.
Well, there we go. It was a decent attempt towards the B site. Frags were exchanged and no bomb planted early on. That was the problem. Exist got the penultimate kill that denied anything happening towards that side of the map. Twist left in a very difficult situation. He'll keep his money strong though, Twist. He won't be going all in like his teammates. He is indeed the AWPer of GODSENT. He keeps many of other $1,500 marks. It's quite rare to see AWPers do that on the T side. Normally everyone goes all in. It's on the CT side. They try and keep things a little bit more conservative. 1-0 for NiP here. Not a single... Okay, tell a lie. Exist has got a rifle. Rest of on MP9s. I'm never a fan of a focus on that weapon. 3 of those coming through. It has had a lot more exposure recently, I guess with Fur, especially showing us what can be done with that weapon. But overall, up against a 4-spike could be problematic. Round number 2, yeah. NiP suddenly the favourites.
So we look for the exchange at top of middle to go their way. If you talk about favoritism, especially with guns, it does not. It's Twist who puts a twist on things with a pistol. Any further progress on your Halloween plans, Henry, in terms of what you're going to dress up as?
Still working on it. I think Staticus costume is my best, yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I'll send you the glasses. Ray-Ban 70, 78s or something, I think, is the frame. Draken, I don't even know where mine are at this point. Twist gets Draken back. He's got 1 kill, but this now sits into a 2 versus 2. The one good fortunate aspect of it from the NiP side is that no one has picked up a gun that has been dropped. There is one toward the connector, the stairs at middle. No one's going that direction. Forrest is just going to sit with the MP9. Deagles actually have the advantage at range right now.
That's why I'm not a fan of the whole MP9 sort of situation they got himself into. But Forrest with an impactful kill there takes down Freddy B. Twist once again in the 2 versus 1. He might have a chance to plant though. This time not going to be walking around and trying to sniff them out. He'll go for that plant. He knows he needs it. He'll get planted, but he won't win the round. Exists takes him down just before he has time to reposition there, so that's not too bad. Bomb planted, it will be eco for GODSENT into the next round, but NiP, they'll be fine with that, considering the buy they had. They managed to win it, keep 2 players up. They'll probably find another FAMAS. I'd imagine that being delivered, perhaps. It's not. So, Forest finds a CZ, upgrades. Exists with a Deagle as well. Should be... Oh, we do have a chance for a Twist. They really wanted to. They could buy into this one. And they're going to. All right. Maybe it's just one. No, they're going all in. I don't mind this at all because Twist was saving for the AWP. He went full eco in that previous round. They got 2 players... well, 3 players down in the previous round. They had money. 3 AKs with head armor as well. This is actually a viable buy, and it'll be a surprise play as well. They don't want to fire the AKs too early. Only when they have to get the opening pick, hopefully get it, and then... punish NiP with the man advantage. So they're going to be very careful not to give anything away just yet.
Dennis peeks back out. Damage is there. He's flirting with it, is he not?
Yeah.
Have to be so careful when you double peek and you're being shot at. You have a nade in your hand until Freddy B shows up. He walks down from stairs above, Deagle in hand. He's looking for the headshot straight outside of the doorway, but can't find the open shots. And Rez, meanwhile, will sit in water. Get right, will sit along with him.
Oh, well. An advantage picked up indeed. Rez fights back and baiting in Get Right perfectly there. That should be the round now. Nice firm advantage, but Disco Doplin, he still finds Get Right from short, and now it's up to Twist. And his slightly tagged up teammate here. He'll be focusing towards B. Twist does have a feeling there will be CT presence here. Good little pre-fire towards short as his teammate will go down to the hands of Rez, and now Twist doing damage, but not finding frags with the time ticking away. 20 seconds on the clock. Might get this kill, but shouldn't get much more. There it is, Draken with the final shot. Force by a nice idea with the opening frag there as well. Falls apart as they head towards B. That great crossfire brought in. Get Right baited to perfection, and that's going to be the money gone. So GODSENT now off to a difficult start here. I'll have to take another eco here. Probably a partial buy considering they've got 4th state loss menace in the next round. So upgraded pistols, maybe a couple of sets of body armor. So yes, Dennis and Disco Doplin bring those out. No nades. So MP9 stays out. Get Right will be more than happy to use that weapon.
Nade goes in toward the door. Catches a fragment of damage toward the ankles of Twist, who had just jumped by. Better damage. Not really, though, when you look at actually the numbers. Slightly better damage dealt to Draken, who's dinked from afar. I already missed Kane.
The spirit he brought to the server.
No, Luke was the Spirit
Yeah.
player that was supposed to be in the server.
You sure you played for Spirit?
Spirit Academy.
Okay.
Get Right down below, takes out Disco Doplin. Draken's well and truly beyond enemy lines at this point in time. Rez will pinch them in, though. That gives Draken a chance to turn, and together they unite as one.
How wonderful. 4-0 for the Ninjas here. Certainly the favoured team on the server right now. But the gun rounds begin, finally. GODSENT taking a couple of gambles in the early stages with the Force Buys. Not necessarily working out too well for them, but definitely damaged NiP in terms of the money. But after that full eco, they're pretty well established here. They've got the AK for Draken as well. He won't bring out the AWP just yet. Get Right happy to stay on the EP9. So I guess this is sort of a bonus round in itself. Strange one, considering it's round number 5, but they're more than happy to give it a go. It's Twist, of course, with the AWP. Forest pushing off short as well, trying to get the opening pick, and why not? They're limited with the firepower. If he can get the opening kill, that would be fantastic, but finding nothing just yet. But he has established short control, and he's watching towards the connector right now.
Interesting note that Dennis, the most decorated player on GODSENT, goes without saying, 7 in a row in terms of victories with Fnatic. Never a major winner, despite all their great success in that era.
It's true.
In fact, ever since I started casting the majors, Fnatic have not won one.
They won Cologne 2015.
Wasn't there. I was driving Transfiguration in a Miata.
That was my first one.
Yeah. I took the rental car back without brakes or tires left. It was great.
Yeah.
Told them it was like that to begin with. They didn't question it.
It just came like this.
Yeah. So I honestly, I was surprised you guys gave it to me. It wasn't safe. Little knock in the engine. It's fine. Valve timing off.
4-3. And it looks like GODSENT having shut down once more. Forrest with that intelligent push off short. Like I said, knowing he had a lack of firepower, had to make things happen. And he certainly did that. Got the pick required, and now time running down. Only 30 seconds here. They still have a little bit of utility to hold off the B side, but not the kills. Going to be Forrest who gets dinked up as well. Might be in a spot of bother here.
Shot out, Schneider wins it. Forrest goes down, and they'll follow it up. Finally, Twist getting some confidence up on the 8WP. 3 alive. Schneider's low. He's on 5 HP, but it's Rez that's not much better off on 21 that has to try and clutch it back. First shots misses, give away his position, or at least that he's close because they knew he was coming from that direction, and Twist makes no mistake. Oh, on the 8WP. Careful there, Twisty, inside of the flames.
It's one of those rounds where Rez knows he can't win it, but if he gets 1, maybe 2 kills there, and then falls back or goes down, then he keeps them very modest in terms of the buy they can bring to the next round. Doesn't happen. They can still fully buy here. This is where the game really begins. We've got both teams fully equipped. Draken with the AWP. Same story for Twist as well. That'll be an interesting battle. 2 of the underdog AWPers, I guess, of the Swedish scene. Like, Twist has always been like a name that's talked about over the years, but never really fulfilled, I think, the potential he could potentially have there at that stage. But he's always a player we've discussed, and it was so long before we actually saw him come into an actual team. He's always played those mixes. It's just a good opening with the first kill. Forrest, same idea as he did presented in the previous round.
If someone called you the NiP of CSGO casters, what would that mean?
The NiP of CSGO casters. Oh, because I don't know, actually.
Like, that could be really good and really bad. Does that mean I'm also not going to the major?
Could be, yeah.
Oh.
Maybe he's got a crystal ball.
Well, that's too bad.
You had a good run.
Yeah.
Got your final.
And that's it, down here from there.
Yep.
Let it end. Should quit while I was ahead. Get right. Shots out. Schneider gets taken down, but Disco Doppler responds. Door is just paper thin as Draken with an AWP would penetrate through anything. Doesn't need to. Gets a clean shot in. Blinded up. Has to change his angle, and now he'll be flanked upon from inside. Immediate effect. It's 2 in a row for GODSENT.
2 in a row. Good recovery. I like these mid-round calls coming from GODSENT as well. Nice pins towards that B site, working out the AWPers there as well, deploying the flashbangs, making sure the timings are good, bait out the shot, then pounce on towards Draken. That's going to be the money gone for an NiP as well. The 4-0 start starting to dwindle now. And we'll certainly have to take the eco here. Double AWP setup on the T side of Overpass. Not one they'll be keeping up. If one of those AWP goes down, they'll probably be happy to let it slip by. It's not a common strategy here, especially on this map, but Twist making it work for now. 1 kill coming in, but Schneider drops to the silenced USP. Freddy B coming in to pick up the pieces. He'll get 2 kills. A leg shot there from Twist as it gets picked up by Dennis. And there it is. A very quick and concise round. It's what you like to see, especially when you've got the silenced USPs. Get out the way. Double AWP setup still will ring true for now. It's difficult to make this work, especially the in-game leader. This used to frustrate me. My team would do this. You're like, okay, we haven't practiced this. This is not something we actually do, and now you've got to try and make this work. You're like, okay, well, I guess we'll just go super default and allow the AWPs to get some sort of map control, and we'll see what happens then. You can't really do your executions. The default's a little bit wonky. Can work out, of course. Anything can work.
Smoke bags down, extinguishes the flames early, but also, if the flames designed to slow them down from going beyond water, it was intended they would never contest, and therefore it was given to them with or without the smoke. Get right behind it, sits inside of the site. He'll redress the smoke at the bags, and his focus continues to be in that position, despite that Monster's wide open at this point in time. Shouldn't say wide open, Exist is there, but a passive angle Get Right would have to respond to quickly. Bomb does exist outside of the B tunnels. Twist, meanwhile, again with the AWP, looking for entrances. 3 in a row, no AWPs for an NiP. 1 kick, Get Right has it. Keep that in mind. Evaluation starting to go on toward A as well. 48 seconds. If Freddy B could find anything at all or force rotation by getting a single kill on a lurk, he could do substantial valued work for his team to get an entrance onto B. I expect the bomb still goes B at this point, but he needs 1 kill.
This is looking very difficult. Freddie B does go down, but they haven't really got any nades to hold off this B approach. That was all a ruse, as Scared right now trying to spray them down, and he'll do some damage, and team kills coming through as well. It's up to Forest to try and finish things off, and he will do indeed. Double headshot with the silenced M4. And it seemed like GODSENT were just trying to show some presence towards the A side of the map, and like I said, one kill had to come in there, but didn't really work out for them whatsoever. They go in towards B, and Forest ready and waiting. They deploy the little utility they have remaining and get themselves back into the game. That was a difficult buy for an IP. 5 rifles, sure, but limited in terms of having no defuse kits, a few smokes and flashbangs, but nothing really to speak of. But they managed to pick up the AWP, and GODSENT probably won't ever go back to that double AWP setup for the rest of this half, but it was a nice idea while it lasted. We'll go to round number 9. 5-3 is the overall score right here. We'll take a pause. Tactical timeout for GODSENT. I guess this is the time to take stock on what's happened so far. Like a Schneider with $2,100. They have got enough to buy for sure. They will buy. Just trying to distribute the wealth and work out how they operate in this round. They focus very heavily towards B so far. Nice work by Forest. So the team kill certainly helped. It was Twist. Was that a headshot? I didn't quite catch it, but he definitely killed someone with the AWP. That's not ideal. And Draken back on the sniper rifle himself. The compromise on the T side is Schneider goes down to the CZ. Means Twist might go a little bit more aggressive here to find his opening kills, but Rez giving them equal treatment as he gets towards the fountain.
Twist with his AWP at the ready for anyone who dare get aggressive on the NiP side. Get right cautiously there, but not all the way around the corner, obviously. He's got his back turned in, expecting flashes as well. He's got a support system in play from the flower bed, but it's Rez that snips up from the bathrooms instead to find Twist. Forced as well in a good position. 4 players aggressive. Rather towards A, and they'll give up B in doing so, but the gamble early pays off because they get the opening kill and they have access, nearly have access to the mid-tunnels, the lower stairs. That's given up on a missed shot. They have to fall back ever so slightly. And that should force rotations as well, back toward window at the very least at B, which it has. Forest goes all the way around.
Round number 9. 5-on-4, and Rez opening things up. A player seems to be developing quite nicely within the NiP system. Draken now, who can hold the defensive line. Wait for the next move. Just run that clock down. 30 seconds here. No overcommitments need to be made. No information needs to be hunted. Just let them do their thing. Get one pick, cover the rotations, and he should be fine. They've got smokes to work with here, but another player going down. Nice, easy shot there for Draken. Schneider fights back. The final commitment comes in towards the site. Draken misses a bit of a sitter, but he'll have a second bite of the cherry here as he spams through the smoke. Players encroaching on his position. He can't hit any of the shots.
Freddy and Disco finding openings for GODSENT. Schneider turns around quickly with the AWP to catch off the flank, but they still don't have a plant. And it's Forest again. They have to deal with another 1 versus 2. He knows he's taking the bomb down, and he knows he's running for it as well. He's done all the work he has to do. The op will be saved, but Forest wins what is now a second round in a row for NiP to double at 6-3.
Indeed. It seemed like it was a bit of a throw there from NiP. They had the 5-on-3 advantage, and then GODSENT somehow pounced on the A site, and it got a bit dramatic there. Draken especially missing uncharacteristic shots for him. I guess he has got a bit of a meme around him, hasn't he, that he has the 30-degree sort of thing going on for him. But he should be hitting those shots. Still was fine. Forest. Dad comes in, saves the day.
Dad. Wow. Either way. Disco takes down Exist. Forest gets Schneider in return. 2 down, but still a plant for Twist. Smoke still behind them as well at Sandbag, so NiP won't have easy access on the immediate flank. Forest is there, he's spamming into it. And Rez is going all the way around toward T-spawn, but with a UMP. Thankfully no AWP to watch Monster as a result, but Disco's still there with an AK. Flash over, he's fully blind. That gives Rez a chance to run in. He won't have his vision back in time, and Rez, I thought he was going to be too far away, manages to get the kill done, and it's Draken that causes the rest of the havoc.
Didn't want to use your characteristic catchphrase there.
Done and dusted? No, you know what? You got to save it for the big games.
You're waiting for all that major. If you get the call up, drop it in the final.
Got to be well rested.
Yeah, don't want to overuse it. I understand. Probably your best line to date.
Come on. What in God's name is that from Henry?
is a nice little replay. Draken getting it done. Bit of an uncomfortable round. That's a force buy from GODSENT. I think they're down to an eco now. They are indeed. CZs, P250s, and a rare appearance in the Tech 9. Dennis, he's the world's best pistol user using it, Matt. Maybe it's not over.
Man, I miss some of the pistol rounds we used to see from Dennis. We don't see them often enough anymore. But Rez in position to be aggressive as Forrest instead above. He's played that position twice now. First time he's been spotted there, and this time makes it work. Draken gets Freddy. Round is done. A single kill only, and it's on to Rez.
Money available once again. Twist back on the AWP. Just to know, Dennis on 2 kills, 9 deaths. He's certainly the most experienced and I guess the star player of this team. Schneider up there as well, of course, in terms of the experience. But 2 for 9. Dennis, that's not really the performance we're looking for out of him at the moment. 8-3. They had a spell of 3, as you can see on the screen right now, but NiP certainly dominating the scoreboard at the moment. Forrest looking as good as ever. Last few rounds now. Draken, speculative shot there through the smoke. Don't think he'll be taken down. Dennis certainly trying to find a gap.
Excuse you.
Excuse me. Don't drink Coke while casting. It will go horribly wrong for you. Other drinks are available.
They are. I've got sparkling water. I've got still water.
Drink Mountain Dew. I think that's, we're allowed to say that.
You can drink Mountain Dew and Jack Daniels and money.
Don't do that.
Don't drink the money, you're right. Well, Draken trying to get aggressive with AWP. Has Rez playing forward instead. He's fighting 2. This is looking very good for NiP. Impenetrable. After the 3 rounds that GODSENT got, they've been fairly quiet. In fact, struggling to get opening kills and certainly to get trades. They found a few in this round. It gives them a slight chance, but Disco is about to be... Oh, found. My goodness.
Just about.
Get right. Get right. Flash as well.
It's all fine. All calculated flashbangs. Twist now with the impossible task of getting that bomb down, finding 3 kills, and then staying alive as well. We'll see if he can do that. Time on his side is somewhat. It's got 25 seconds here. But a player waiting in bank. They might allow the bomb to go down just to guarantee the victory and pincer him in together and make sure they take this as a 1-on-3 instead of a 1-on-1, a 1-on-1, etc. But that shot doesn't exist. Bomb not planted. Not really much Twist could do. They had no information to work with, just hoping he could find a player out of position. He does, but he's got the AWP, not scoped up. Another eco, presumably. As we hit maximum loss bonus, it's not quite enough to get a buy on the T side unless you have the bomb going down, or they've built up a few times with kills coming in as well. Oh, they do force it though.
9-3, yeah,
oh,
they have.
No,
it's not a full force, it's a level.
Dennis has gone all in.
What was it that we called this quasi-buy? Was that Semler's words for it?
No, that was just a partial buy, which, like, for anyone who doesn't speak fluent English, what quasi can be quite confusing. That's why I started saying partial buy. Yeah, that was the only thing. What does that mean? But that's why I started saying partial buy.
Gotcha. Force back out through the gap, manages to get down Disco Doppelin. Freddy's going to kill at least onto Rez, who was trying to get creative and fast on his flank, but get right. Has to fall back. 16 HP only. Doesn't need to give away what is a slight man advantage. Hinder their chances in any capacity. Not wanted. Sound cues. Is that all Forrest is looking for at this point?
I think he's just using his wall hack.
Yeah, that's, yep. Moving on.
Is that, no, not that?
No, I don't think that's what it was. He told you not to talk about it, so I'm gonna have to tell him now. Twist takes down Forrest. Twist takes down Get Right. The legend's gone, erased from the site. He does it with quick fashion. Draken, 41 seconds is over toward A because he didn't expect both his teammates to go down so quickly. He's got a retake with an AWP. Does have a kit. They'll obviously have money on the NiP side.
Wow, all of a sudden, a round seemed like that it was done. It was falling apart as Freddy B gets the final shot there after losing so many rounds in a row. GODSENT fight back. It's Twist to find the kills in the B bomb site. They have focused heavily on that site and not really had that much success in recent times, but it was these couple of kills that got them back into the round. Oh, that was a lovely shot from Twist towards the entrance of the B side there, then towards the barrels. Nice and snappy. As we get into round number 14, plenty of money here as the double AWP setup comes out for the first time. Forrest giving it a go. I assumed it would have been Rez, but he was at one point the main AWP, but that was a strange era for NiP. About 6-month tenure with the AWP. Didn't really work out for them that well.
That's true indeed. Dennis, meanwhile, get right back through the smoke. It looked like a linear spray, but now it's going to be Exist to try and do damage. Standing in the flames, he eventually goes down. Meanwhile, though, Forrest is waiting in the window. Draken is as well. Draken's got an AWP that's sufficient. Forrest's not so much. Versus 2 as time continues to tick. 56 seconds. Spot in the shoulder peak was the right idea from Dennis, but he couldn't convert.
We need the bomb down here for Twist to even stand a chance of having weaponry in the next round. He knows that. We'll still try and win it, of course. So 2 versus 1 with the AWP in hand. It's not an ideal situation, but it's just like that. It becomes a lot more possible. He seems to know the res towards short as he makes a footstep as well. Youngest players on the NiP side up against an old veteran. Twist fires off shots. He's almost toying with him now, sends him packing as Rez decides to go towards long. I think that's quite the obvious play. Twist knows it, gets the bomb, and off he goes.
Smart play, gets back over toward A, because I figured Rez buying time was just trying to prohibit that plant from being done comfortably. He'll get there with about 7 seconds to plant time. Yeah, just about right. 6.
This is perfect from Twist.
Yeah, very well played.
Rez makes it look a bit foolish at this point. A very long rotation, and Twist seems to have his number completely. Deagle out, finishes him off, and that was lovely from Twist. That shot at the beginning in the 2 versus 1 situation, I was even building it up like, let's get the bomb down, that'd be a success in my book. He goes one better and wins the entire round. Not too bad, and he sends NiP packing in terms of their money. It's round number 15, looking likely to be 9-6 here, unless someone has a tremendous round with the CZL pistol. FAMAS in hand, Rez will have to try and carry this around with the only rifle available.
Snyder gets the shot on Get Right. Rez does respond by swinging wide side of smoke. The lower of the stairs. Good find from Dennis. He's going to open the door and spot another shot towards... Oh, Exist. The timing is off just as when he looks away. Goes out, flashes there. Spots Forrest in the corner before turning his attention back to his initial target. This could go 9-6, despite being 9-3 and looking relatively comfortable at one point in time for NiP.
They were looking very comfortable. It was Twist who's shut them down twice now in big clutch situations. So there we have it. It will be 9-6. There's no way that Draken can do anything about this. He might get 1 kill here, but not even that. 9-6, GODSENT keep it competitive thanks to Twist. So many great rounds and great decisions as well. And GODSENT started off focusing towards the B side. So many attacks there. Got locked down towards the end, but then the clutch potential came into play, and they managed to break the economy of NiP, finish it on 9-6, and they can keep themselves within this map. NiP will switch over to the T side now, and we'll see if they can finish things off in the second half.
Well, we get underway once more. 9-6, we've seen this score on, not this map, but on the previous, on Nuke. We didn't see it on Overpass. That was 10-5, but 9-6 nonetheless. NiP, they had a lead 9-3 at one point, and GODSENT closed the half with good fashion to give themselves a chance in this one.
Yeah, they definitely got a chance. This is looking quite exciting now. Win the pistol, we're going all the way. Maybe another overtime. In the last couple of days have delivered 3 of those, in fact. So, GODSENT managing to keep things interesting in this Swedish derby. NiP certainly the favourites here, but GODSENT giving us a decent showing. Dennis very quiet. That's my only problem right now. 6 for 12. You'd expect him to be at the top of the scoreboard. If he's not, that can be a bit of an issue. Schneider, there 9 for 12. 2 of the more experienced older players not really delivering as of yet. But there we go. On the other side, it will be Rez with 16 kills. He certainly has been playing very well. Narrowly missed out to the clutch of Twist there in the 1v1 situation. Got outplayed completely as we head into this one. Pistol obviously be very important here. If NiP can pick this one up, they'll more than likely close the game out if they get the 3-0. Maybe not though. GODSENT could do it. They're on the CT side now. Silence USP can be quite deadly in the hands of Dennis, I've been told. What do you reckon? Can he deliver some magic here? The world's best pistol player.
I mean, yeah. It's happened. We've seen it. It's entirely possible. GODSENT getting aggressive. Dennis to lead the charge. We'll see if this is where it pays off. Oh, okay, all right, little twist. I thought he would go directly out to the fountain. He likes to jump back around to the bathrooms. Wide open B site, playing passive disco. The only one that's going to be able to spot them from jungle are already in the site.
Yeah, it could be over already. If he gets 1 kill, the PD1000 great in these sort of positions. Just tapping heads off. He does better than he was worth, I think. That was actually quite good. Forrest upgrades to the PT1000 himself, trying to find the kills required here. Can't quite do it. It's being a little bit awkward for him. Normally very good at the pistols himself, and we still have Dennis alive here in the 3 versus 2 advantage for GODSENT.
Tap of the bomb from Dennis. Get right, still watching to see who's going to walk out. Spots it. Late had burst on the Glock.
Well, that was a little bit disappointing towards the end. He had an open B1 side.
That's a good retake.
On the other hand, they were really focused on taking down Disco Doppler there. They just forgot everything else. They don't have to take him down. It's a great position to have, and if you can overwhelm him, that's great, but they go for the old 1-by-1, run around the corner, get their heads blown off, and the PD1000 can be very deadly there. There's only a few players that still use it, but I think it's much better close range than a USP for those kind of encounters. That kind of play is perfect for us. Fires a little bit slower, and you have 1 extra bullet in there, still has 1 taps. A bit easier to control.
Get right, meanwhile, looking to get aggressive on B early. Rest of his team will sit out toward T stairs. They're getting pressured. Not directly yet, no contact made until now by Dennis with an M4 as he sprays out to the park. And he's done substantial and significant damage. Shot back from Exist, but unfortunately that's not enough to take the round or give it a convincing scenario even, because it's just Get Right remaining who's going to pedal all the way back over to where his team started without him, and he'll try and recover a situation scarcely. Pick up the bomb at least, but Schneider there to put him down immediately after.
That's away. GODSENT do it. But this is the round that really counts. We're going to see the force buy from NiP after getting the bomb down in the pistol. What we're looking at here. Looking at the M4s, getting it done against these pistols. And we're going to 5 AKs, 4 NiP, trying to strike back in round number 3 here. Up against 1 UMP and a FAMAS, 3 M4s. They'll be heading towards the B side. Good flashbang. It might not be enough to hold off Dennis, though. He does get a ding through and survive himself, but Draken's down to 4 HP.
Nice shot by Dennis. Spray that doesn't always work out, but this time does. Knows they were out there somewhere, so just took the shots for the sake of taking the shots, I suppose. And it works. Gets the kill on Exist, as Dennis wants to go up above the boards as well. Boost in place, but Dennis backs off. He's going to try the same thing again. He's got the angle toward the short pipe done correctly.
Ooh, dinks all over the place through these wooden boards. Man advantage for GODSENT quite firmly now as well, as Draken's down to 4 HP. Rez now 0. 5 on 3, or 2.5. We haven't really got anything going in this round whatsoever. As I swap weaponry over, Dennis hands over his M4, gets the UMP in response. That's absolutely fine. NiP now with one smoke and one flashbang. Going into this round of little utility, it was the force parking the bomb down in the pistol. Another Fammer skill coming in, and that should be it. Schneider can't find a second, but Dennis certainly can. Pretty much a clean sweep. NiP didn't get much done there. No bomb going down either. Has to be the eco at this point. We'll have a look. This was the initial setup as the wall bangs came through. Lots of dinks happening. There it is, as you can see. Let's see, scared to fall back there as he went very low indeed. And the final wall bang came through from Disco. So you got dinks towards the short pipe through the wooden board and then finished off through the other one. Not too bad. Full eco here pretty much for NiP. Some upgraded pistols. Get some body armor. I'm not sure that's going to work out too well for him. I don't see him causing a massive amount of impact. But you never know. 9-9, we're all tied up, and GODSENT certainly have the opportunity here to take the lead.
Dennis will get aggressive on the FAMAS. Smoke down, he backs off early. Gets sprayed and tagged in the process. Wants to go about for more. Damage done by a nade. On to exist, and he follows it up swiftly, but Twist has to do the same because Forrest gets one kill in return on a deal. 9-9, they've brought this back to level spades, and GODSENT aren't done digging yet because they've got the advantage against the pistols, and they've ascertained that NiP is fully inside of the bathrooms. Good shot, Disco. Finds the headshot. Gap in the smoke would have allowed it. There it is. You can see the gap better from Get Right's side. Less gray texture behind it. More contrast for us to see. Not bad. GODSENT have the lead.
Very simple round there for GODSENT. Nothing really to report. We did get one kill for NiP, but this is the one it's all building up to. Money not looking amazing for them. They will be fully invested in NiP here, and GODSENT starting to get himself in a comfortable position. You can see after the reinvestments, they still have 5k on pretty much 3 players. 2 of them a little bit underwhelming in that capacity with 1,200 on Twist, but still looking very good indeed. 19 kills on him, just to note, as he goes towards middle. He probably gets his kill all day long. Somehow misses out on there. It looked like he was going to completely remove the player going towards playground. Not meant to be. Round number 5 now. NiP already missing out on early death. Get right, sprays towards B. His favourite position, always holding out towards Monster, trying to get up towards short as his teammates fully committed A. This is where, in my opinion, he really defined his lurking role on Overpass. It was always quite spectacular to watch in his developing stages. Schneider, though, this is looking very good. Pushes Monster and gets in this really difficult position to predict. They head towards long now. They can pretty much leave B open, all things considered, as Twist watches long. Exist will throw a smoke. We'll see that thrown over, so no play it is at that position at least. The smoke's good. He can play in front of it if he wants to. Flash his teammate in. Dennis gets one. Can he get any more? I don't think he can. It does damage, but only good for one.
Good for one. Jack, and meanwhile, still with his AWP, trying to find any opening he can to help NiP's chances of getting back into this game. Forrest is going to take the bomb all the way around toward B. Speaking of B, Freddy, he's pushed up. He's got construction covered off by virtue of watching the doorway, which is about to be opened. In his position, a headshot angle could be great, and exactly that finds the headshot perfectly. Schneider's gotten Forrest. Draken at least pulls one back, but an AWP without the bomb. A bomb now babysat. Has to try and pull the round back with 9 seconds. I'd say forget it, Draken. Try and keep the AWP, and that's exactly what he's thought to do. Oof, and he won't even get that far.
Oh, it was obviously the idea to try and take him down after the time is interesting, but definitely when it's Draken, get him at all costs. Don't let him save the AWP. They can force up around that and make it a decent round. They don't, though. They'll take a pause here. Presumably that's going to be NiP. It is indeed. As GODSENT start to run away with the game, it's currently 5-0 in the second half. After going down 9-6, they are showing us they can play the CTR very effectively, it seems, and NiP can't get into this. They'll be on about $3,500 per player. Maybe not worth the force buy here. Threat will be scratching his head and working out what's the best possible play. I would say maybe the CZs / PD50, smokes, armor, get towards B, try and get a plant in. make the round competitive at least, get a few kills there. And once the bomb goes down, you have plenty of money for the next round. I don't think you should force it. I think that would be an absolute catastrophe.
Well, catastrophe should be avoided at all costs.
Oh, Exist gets AK there.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. He's got lots of money left.
This
oh,
is
the HUD didn't update, so he doesn't have that much money.
Yeah,
to
so
clarify, he's got $350.
I named this yesterday the strategic buy. So it is partial, but you get 1 AK out there just to try and cause some damage, get an opening. You never know. If it does go all wrong and the bomb doesn't get planted, you still find you have 4 AKs and 1 player on a CZ. That's not the end of the world. But strategic buy now with 1 AK, some partial buy pistols. All he needs is 1 open. We saw it was a GODB that did this yesterday and had great success of it. Like, he managed to win a couple of rounds with these sort of buys. Definitely more frequent than 1.6 and Source, but starting to come into fashion in CSGO as well. We're seeing more and more teams give this a go.
Freddy sits to front bathroom. It's Dennis that wants to get aggressive. Freddy's backed off, so Dennis is left to his own devices. His device is certainly enough. Quite the contraption, that M4. Wasn't up against much other than a single AK is forced. That's the one to pick it up. Dennis, not bad. Freddy decides that not only do you not deserve the ace, Dennis, I'm going to kill you.
He didn't prove it.
I knew you were going to say it. Well done. Well done. I set him up, you slam him home.
That's the way we do it. Dennis, good job there. Like we said, it was just a little partial buy with that AK-47. No bomb going down means Exist only gets the Galil here. But they've got maximum loss bonus. It means Galil, $2,000, head armor, $1,000. Still get some nades with that as well. It's an okay buy. It's fine. Overpass for Draken. He hasn't got any nades. This is looking very good for GODSENT. NiP looking quite flat here in the second half. They go for the boost towards short, but fall down as NiP come from the connector as well. Forrest looking for the first shot as he encroaches towards middle. Not much presence there at all from the CTs. It's just going to be twists with the AWP at the A side itself, so relatively open. He'll drop a smoke to buy some time and hold bathrooms.
Decent shot by Twist. Goodbye, Forrest.
Boosting over the smoke. You hate to see that. I bet he couldn't believe his luck as well. So, wait, is that a head? I would be falling back on Twist right now, if I'm honest. Given that sort of kill, and you're by yourself on the A side, now he's probably going to die. Yeah, that was a bit of a misplay. If you get those kind of leads, you get gifted those kind of frags, just fall back, and you're by yourself on the A side. Now NiP right back in this round, 3-on-2. The retake's still possible, as the smokes are pretty poorly deployed. Schneider doing what he can here. It might not be enough. Decent damage as he nades towards long.
Nades towards it actually got get right. I thought it was too far and no one was going to be nearby. Somehow it just barely clipped him. We just saw the wrong camera angle. He was in front of it. Either way, it enables Schneider to get more aggressive on the retake. They take back long, or the entrance to A from long. Draken still has the AWP inside of the bathrooms. However, Freddy B has a kit. He does take down Draken. He's got lots of time to deal with Exist as well. Tap, wait. Spray. Ooh, sees his shoulder. Exist knows he's not on it.
No!
What? The pre-fire still works. And the round goes to GODSENT. They're going to 13-9. NiP are still scoreless in the second half.
He could have gone AFK and won that round. Exist could have done. Oh, no. Oh, the pre-fire. You're absolutely right. Good Lord. What an absolute blunder. It was looking so good for them as well. They'd done everything. A Twist gifted them an opportunity to decide by himself, gets an opening pick, doesn't fall back, gets caught out in the open. We think that's it. And NiP are going to arrive and Exist after rotating all the way from long. Baits out the shot. He could have counted up to 4 seconds and then faced, and I'm afraid he got outplayed there, or played himself perhaps. As we find ourselves at 13-9. With the bomb going down, the maximum loss bonus we still can buy here. As the wall bang war continues. No damage inflicted this time. You have to be careful with the M4A1S. Not the best weapon to try and spam those wooden boards. And you've got 60 bullets total as you're going towards B. It's Freddy B to defend first, and NiP looking a little bit disjointed here, but they do refrag and actually get the advantage here. Schneider, last line of defense. Nothing you can do about that. It all comes together in the end. 4 versus 1. Dennis up against it. Won't be able to win the round, but as we mentioned before, every kill he gets here will be beneficial to his team in the sense of they can whittle down that money. Every kill costs the T's about $4,500. They'll all have to reinvest into the next round. What?
All right. Fair play, Dennis. Give you that one. Rez is at least there, but reacts quick enough. NiP finally around in the T side. It's a reset potential. That single kill from Dennis actually pays dividends in some respects.
Yeah, considering they were 7-0 up, the money not as strong as you would have liked. They do manage to buy an AWP, that's glass cannon. And no head armor available. Not a big deal against the AKs, but little utility as well. Dennis and no nade. Same story for Freddy B. One kip. Twist knows he has to find an opening kill here. That gets nothing. Gets flashed, in fact. A bit of damage inflicted. The wallbang is once again working out. Freddy B down to 38 points of health. Needs to be careful now.
Freddy B drops inside of pit. Dennis is going to time this perfectly just for us to hear it. Apparently not. Too much hair. Muffles his hearing. Freddy gets one. Rez gets the other. Disco follows it up. It's GODSENT that immediately take back the round. Exist and Draken, and better position from Dennis. Draken goes down. Exist will have to claw back. It's almost like falling and you're reaching continuously for something that's just barely past the end of your fingertips. That's NiP in this game.
Just as they find some success, they get shut down, and it could be potential double eco. Well, no, it's actually not that bad. It's not as catastrophic as I thought it would be. They did keep, what, 3 players alive in the round they won. They're going to have to buy this one. So it'll be CZs and a couple of AKs chucked in. UMP, maybe not even a single AK yet. UMPs, and they're trying to distribute the wealth out. GODSENT 1 round away from match point here. Not the team I think anyone would have predicting really to win. As the smokes rain in, that's quite nice. Nice and early to show some presence. The bombs on this side of the map as well. CTs are fully stacked towards A as they make their final commitments in the B side. Funny, nothing here at all. It's Disco Doplin defending very similar to the pistol. So he'll just be biding his time. Doesn't want to give too much away. He's by himself here. Doesn't want to give him a weapon. Maybe he will. Oh dear, that's going to be a little bit shocking now. NiP really have got a chance in this.
Get right. Sitting in a position with a UMP that's very vulnerable based on the fact that it's a tin wall beside him. Somehow he gets away with it because Exist is on the case as well, and he'll take down Schneider. Bomb planted. And NiP, despite going very low on money, still somehow managed to scrap together enough to win the round. Get right in flames. Get right. In fact, both of them go down. Twist burns them both. But the round is already gone.
Yeah. Unfortunately, didn't really work out there, leaving that B side pretty much open. Disco Doppler, I'm afraid, against pistols. He has to find 1 kill there. He has the AK. He keeps holding that position, not really getting anything for it at all. He'll be punished. Gives up the AK, and NiP gifted a bit of a lifeline there. So they're trying to deny the defuse at that point, and he does indeed burn them both, but not enough to really solidify the round. NiP right back in this game now. You can see how that's affected the economy of GODSENT. 14-11. I would say this is an overtime game all day long. I've called it for you.
Well, we appreciate the trajectory of Henry G, but the trajectory of Draken's bullet is headed instead directly toward Twist. Draken's is now headed toward Dennis. Server conditions look good. The sun is shining. It's bright. It's sweaty in the police suits in Germany. That's where the map is located. Freddy goes back in, taken down by Forrest immediately. And NiP rolling now. Rolling indeed. 14-12. I'm going to call it now. Done.
Yep, now full eco. And I think it's still this game with the CZs and the UMP buy and the B execution. As GODSENT can't really invest anything into this round. Number 12 here. Just some pistols to work with. That's about it, I'm afraid. P2000 for Disco Doplin, USP to the rest of them, no armor, no nades. Let's go towards long. What is going on here? What's about to happen? Okay. Oh, they're doing Matt, commentate. Here we go. It's up to you. Be creative.
Hanging out. Looking at walls.
Reading the menu.
Reading the menu.
This is the restaurant.
Go
They're
already.
waiting for it to
Okay.
open.
This is pretty good. Yeah, you know, sometimes if you call in advance and get the hours of operation, things might be better. But, you know, they were put here against their will. I shouldn't say against their will, but they were put here due to the demands of work. They're a police crew. They're a little bit lost as to what's going on, so why not get a bite to eat?
Get some donuts, maybe some coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I think they've got enough donuts in the car.
Okay.
Maybe just the coffee this time.
Well, the restaurant's closed for now, and I think here come the owners. They're going to let them in, but it's all going horribly wrong. A bit of a confrontation is kicked off, and it seems like the police are holding their own.
Stack working out. Draken missing everything in the 30-degree window. Everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Just
Thank
save
you,
me,
Get Right.
Gilroy, please.
We're within one, 14-13.
Godsent's starting to struggle a little bit here. Interesting idea. Hang outside the restaurant. Round number 13. Like I said, I do feel like overtime is coming. No one really getting himself in a fantastic position. The same smoke's deployed by NiP. Seems like Threat's got a newer system to show presence on this side of the map. The Molotov needs a bit of work, but the smoke's looking good. As Rez, he'll be pretty much alone. You can see the gap in the smoke there, designed to give them something to work with him. And Disco Doplin, oh, he's been at times a little bit underwhelming on the B side, and once again goes down first with nothing really picked up. He does get a dink, but 5-on-4, they'll bide their time and try and wait for the CT reaction to come through.
Dennis will smoke off inside of the site. They're not there yet, but he's being cautious. Twist still waiting at A, despite the early smokes on B. They're considering the possibility, and correctly so, that NiP has fallen back. In fact, sending rotations toward the A site. Twist needs information fast. He's about to get it. They'll hear the Molotovs and C, for that matter, them deployed toward bathroom. Smokes go over, flashes out, but Twist's too quick. And a flash of his own, he goes for two. In fact, takes down Exist. A chance for more, because no one counteracting the play. Draken somehow gets Dennis in the corner. It's Twist that still rains out and finds his third, but in the flames, he's forced from position, and Rez gets the shot with the AK, leaving us on just Schneider. And NiP bring things back to 14-14.
They've done it. It's looking good now for the Ninjas. Money in the proverbial bin for Godsent. 3K per player. And they might have to force it. I'm not sure what the play's going to be. Go for a partial. I guess play for overtime at this point. Allow NiP to get to 15. Have you forced here? That could be the end entirely. At least taking the partial away, you have a chance of winning the round. And then you still have money to close it out. But like I said, overtime, very likely at this point, because that's when Godsent will have the money once again. Good incendiary. Wouldn't really deny much. A bit too late. But the CTs will start to push towards top and middle, and long as well. That's where Dennis is waiting with the CZ.
Dennis. Waiting it out patiently. Twist is being equally as patient. Twist's patience pays off, nearly baits in his teammate from long as well, but the shot not successfully landing. It puts Exist down to 5. Somehow Godsent's going to win this round. You just know it.
You feel it in your waters?
Right down to me shivers.
It's happening.
At least one nade back.
These are sometimes the harder rounds to win. These CZs can be a little bit of a nuisance, a thorn in NiP's side. Round number 28 at this point. It is a bit of a marathon of a game. Dennis by himself on the A side. Low HP as well. Calls in for the rotations from Disco Doppler. If he gets one kill here, He's got a real chance of doing this, and he's going to have a nice angle, but get right one step ahead as he comes in from long. 2-on-2 exists, low HP. Time ticking away, Matthew. 5 seconds. The bomb's not going to go down. It's all falling apart. GODSENT have done it. The bomb cannot be planted. And what a way to get back into it and find yourself a match point as well. Kill by kill, nade by nade. You can see it all falling apart there. And I thought, get right, that opening kill on Dennis, that would be enough. But the flank from Freddie B threw a cat among the pigeons. And they couldn't really hold on to it as things got very chaotic indeed. Overtime, I would put the house on it right now. It's coming.
Ooh, all right. I'll take that bet.
Yeah.
You just bought it. It's well, I can't say where, but it's on a location that's going up in value, you said? Yeah, I'll take that bet.
Yeah.
Could be a good bet.
It's coming.
NiP will be more passive this time, sit back knowing what they face. Had a great night last night in Pro League. Tonight, the best they can salvage from this game is 2 points at this point in time.
That's right.
They've already conceded 1 point, and that it will at least go to overtime. Dennis backs off inside of bathrooms. They'll start to rotate back through the underpass position. Forrest with an 8K and a flashbang deployed. Will signal to Dennis. They are at least coming out from that position. He positions himself accordingly. He's been great inside of the bathroom
Where's
connector.
the refrag, boys?
Let's just throw a gun in. Let them know we're timid and not prepared.
Like, if you go into that choke point, I'm so sick of going in dry. Don't think they realize how powerful the sun position can be, the shadows and stuff. You get an early call, they're coming there. If you've got no one for the refrag as well, then what are you hoping to achieve by just running in by yourself? But here we go, Rez gets the frag back. It's up to Schneider now to try and close this one out. I think overtime is almost certainly happening. And it will be Dennis to try and clutch it out. Unfortunately, not going to happen for him. And it will be the 3 versus 1. Twist. AWP has to go for it.
You can keep the house. I don't want it anyway.
Yeah, I knew that was a safe bet.
Uh-huh. You know everything, Hank. Exist makes it so 15-15, our second consecutive overtime of Pro League, our second tonight out of the 3 matches that we have had. And it's on Overpass.
It is indeed. We're all reset. Let's go over the rules once again. If you're a Swedish fan, you didn't watch the games earlier with Navi and North, it will be MR3, 16K. Make things easy for you. It's the first to get 19 at the top of your scoreboard. They'll be the victor of the map. Go to 18-18. We do it all over again. We reset. But we don't switch sides. GODSENT will send a CT, NiP will stay on the T side. And what did we see there? It was NiP who had a grasp of the game, just had to close it out. Up against the Pistols, lost that big round, and then GODSENT. Oh, Matt, how's your German?
Danke schön, Currywurst.
Can you read this?
Shakes, there's milkshakes on there. Yeah, let's order a milkshake. Get closer a little bit. My eyes aren't that good, Rushley. A little closer, little closer.
Cappuccino shake.
You can get a cappuccino shake. All right, yeah. I will have the Alice Softly D, the first one.
Okay, I think it's like a drive-through. So yeah, it's like OK Google. So you say that, and the milkshake comes out the gate. Oh, it's like a proper ice cream store. What's inside that door? If there's anything in there, I'm going to lose my mind. Go in. No, oh, it's kind of a... Oh, there's a pile of dead ice cream.
You know what that is, actually?
Soot.
No, the pipes from the bathrooms below are so plugged up that the sewage is actually just going into the roof, and it's now piling. That's why the restaurant's closed, actually. They're waiting for someone to come fix that.
Well, there we go. The law of Overpass has finally been worked out. Well, okay, overtime incoming. We have had a lot of overtime the last 2 days.
We have. We're burning that midnight oil, Hank.
Someone's got to. We'll be underway momentarily. This is usually a chance for the bathrooms to be used, not on Overpass, real life ones. Perfect opportunity to do it after a 45 minutes experience on this map. That'll be reset. Still have another map to go after this, of course.
Any second now, boys. NiP are famous for going to the bathrooms.
I'll never forget the first DreamHack Malmo, where they ran past us that time. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was actually, they took a tactical timeout, didn't they? Back in those days, you had 2 minutes. Your timeout, they took one, ran to the bathroom, then had to sprint back as freeze time was occurring, and just about made it. You've got to need the toilet pretty bad to call a tactical timeout.
Yeah, I know. I was pretty good.
Double AWP setup. I think this is the first time GODSENT have run it so far. Obviously, money not an issue here. 3 rounds. And he's set up for GODSENT. We'll see if it works out for them.
Run boost. Yeah, unintentional run boost for the win. Forrest, use that as confidence, bro. Get through those flames. Yeah, push the bomb site. Get the kill. Down goes Disco, an entrance for NiP. Gotta love when the unintended turns out to be brilliant.
That could be the cleanest round they've had yet. Disco Doppler always holding the solo B area. Most teams send 3 at the very start. This is an unorthodox setup from GODSENT. They've run it a few times, and it seems like NiP have cottoned on as we see a complete... Oh, okay, Twist. All right, maybe it's not over just yet. I was about to say it was all over, but it seems like they've got a bit of fire in their belly still. 3 on 2 as Twist goes down to 10 HP. Caught out by Forrest. That should be in now, Dennis. No way he can do anything about this. Forrest, how many kills did he get there? Just a 3, but that little run boost at the start, running through the flames. He finds the first shot. It was Disco Doppler. If you find him by himself, you can pretty much guarantee the side is open. That was actually quite a significant boost he got from that. Got him in there a couple of seconds early.
Forrest again. Won't do it. But NiP take the first round. And they'll start the second to try and do the same. Twist is aggressive. Has to back off. Smokes down. Can't find the shots out toward the entrance. Close up, 2 players lost. So aggressive from GODSENT this time changes the complexion entirely, and not quite the same pace this time from NiP, is it, Hank?
No, it slowed down considerably, and they are paying the price. Defaults getting picked off left, right, and centre. It's Dennis and Twist this time with the AWP. Swedish side seem to always operate within a unit that can all AWP, and when they get to doubles, you can find them all having a crack at it. Twist setting the main AWPer. It was Disco to try and join him in the previous round. It was known as an AWPer for a while. Surely NiP can't go back into this. I'm walking to be sheepishly let the Freddy B define this kill and solidify the round.
That's desperate. That's desperate, though, for that close, that late to throw the flashbang. Get Right's already beside him. This is an opening of opportunity for NiP. They need to take it. They'll put the bomb down. Get Right's going to get aggressive, but Schneider immediately towards sandbags forces Get Right to relocate because he has to now support his teammates firing early. Can't get the shots in and thinks of a smoke, which will hold Schneider at bay, but it puts pressure on him to get position and realizes they've gone through. Luckily, Draken responds and NiP turns around. They're looking for 2 in a row and they're going to relocate. Buy time and space between Twist and the bomb.
Well, this all fell apart very quickly, didn't it? Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, GODSENT, they had that one tied up, but no kills. As NiP walked in towards the B site. Nothing really going in GODSENT's favour in the overtime so far. They will be able to bring up the double AWP setup again if they want to. It hasn't exactly worked out for them. The B bomb site seems to be a massive issue. They got the first 2 picks there. That was a 5 on 3. And NiP swarmed the B side towards the end. A couple of flashbangs, hit the shots. It all goes very wrong very quickly. Final round of the first half of overtime here. 2-0 is the score. Good damage inflicted from short, and it seems like Reds and Get Right want to get through the flames here, but taking more damage than he considered. Reds will fall back. Boost coming through. Ooh, hello, easy shot. Disco Doppler. He is really struggling with his B side now. He's been a bit of an issue for... Oh, they're not going to stand those flames, are they? All right, they're okay. Wow, I had no idea.
And they make it work because NiP seems to think it's safe. So the Molotov doesn't land where they intended or expected it to do so, and Twist goes for a boost, makes it work. He's going to try another one. He actually didn't even need to go for a full boost there. If he slid to his left, he'd see over top of the wood. Or thereabouts to where I believe exist is. Does it exist? Let me see, Hank. Let me bring up my little map. It is exist.
35 seconds. NiP have lost get right, but still 4-4 technically favors them, and the time ticking away in the position they're in right now, I'm not so sure. But Draken hits another shot, takes down Schneider. Forrest looking towards the connect, and those two players are there, the final two players, as his teammates completely crack open that B side. 3 versus 1, they know exactly where Dennis is. Bombs should be planted safely, they have Molotovs as well for sure. The no-scope, it's desperate, but it works out, and the knife, it finally comes in. 3-0 for NiP. One round will do it in the second half. GODSENT there, really struggling the B side. I think it's Disco Doppler that got dropped. First frag almost every single time. And that seems to be a major point of concern. That's not ideal. They'll need the 3-0 just to get double overtime here. One round from NiP will close it out.
Get right with a good number of contributions, but the opening round and speed from NiP is what leads the way. I don't like that I can't press tab between each individual half and see the score in this config with ESEA's client. I don't like that. The scoring system they use, it makes sense maybe statistically, but it's annoying to me. But nonetheless, the servers are flawless. And the server conditions, Henry, seem to be great tonight, because we are getting some great matches. We get back underway. One round is all that is required for NiP to close this out. They got into overtime by way of a comeback, a slight comeback, but losing to CZs to give up the map point. When it was 14-14, Forrest already outside of water, flashed off, has to be careful. Knows that he's being contested, and Schneider wins it because Forrest doesn't like to go passive all the way into the corner. That puts pressure on Draken up close, who misses a shot, tries to bring Exist back in. He misses his chance. And this opens the door for GODSENT on the B site.
Draken's going to be the combat style AWP. Hits one at close range, surely can't get any more done. It's a 3 versus 2. He has to work hard here. They're going to assume he's fallen back, but he has not. Hits another shot, and now really has given them an opening to work with here. Rez will back him up. It's the 2 new boys of NiP to win out the game, but it might not be enough. 1 versus 1 now, and Rez shut down by Schneider, the man who opened up the round and gets 3 kills in total. Manages to hold on just about. The retake was looking good. Decent effort there by Draken. Some close range, exciting kills. Not enough to close out the game.
Well, it's a chance still. Forget the economy, 16K. They'll have guns in each of the 3 rounds. We're about to witness on their CT side. We've already seen one. It didn't go their way. This one might be better off track. It has to back away. He's missed 2 shots. Again, up close, but that brings Rez in with a fast flank. He's got support as well. Draken, what a flick. We didn't see that all the way through, but it looked quick. This Twist will get taken down, or rather, will do so now after getting only 1 kill. It's just Disco Doppler that remains. And even though it's been a long, hard battled affair, it'll be 2 points for NiP and 1 point for GODSENT unless he finds 4 kills. I hate to say it, it's not going to happen. NiP go up 1-0, but an overtime win only. It's still points on the board. It's still a win in the column, but with an asterisk beside it.
Some interesting rounds there. It looked like GODSENT were done, but some heroics from Twist in regulation kept them in the game. They ran away in the second half as well. Should have won it in regulation. Honest NiP with the pistols to get back into it, but there we go. Overtime victory, and you're right. 2 points on the board for NiP, 1 for GODSENT. And we'll take a quick break before we come back with the analysts. Do not go anywhere.